Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam Mathaji.
Namaskar.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mathaji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna. Pranam. Prabhus, yes, somebody can start with the opening prayers.
Can I?
Yeah, please.
अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाजनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवां च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सगगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितां च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्ता नमोस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। स्वाञ्जकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Thank you, Mathaji.
Yes, we will be reciting today seeing 2.33 verse. Yeah, 1 second. I'm just opening. Yeah. अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि. Please recite the verse. Whoever wishes to.
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि।
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि। हरे कृष्णा।
अथ चेत्त्वमिमं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि।
अथ चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Yes, anybody else would like to recite, or we can go.
Can you help me, Mathaji?
Yeah. Atha
chetvam
imam dharmyam sangramam na karishyasi tatah swadharmam kirtim cha hitva papam avapsyati. Yes. Synonym. Atha.
Thank you.
Yes, Prabhu. Somebody wants to recite, please do. Yeah.
Atha chettvamimam
imam dharmyam
dharmasya
Dharmyam, Prabhu.
Dharmiya.
Yeah. Sangramamna.
Sangramamna. Karishyami. Karishyai. Karishyasi. Tataha. Swadharma. Kirti. Ja hitva. Papam.
Avapsyasi.
Abhavasyasi.
Yes. Synonyms. Atha, therefore, chet, if, tvam, you, imam, this, dharmyam, as a religious duty, sangramam, fighting, na, do not, karishyasi, perform, tataha, then, swadharmam, your religious duty, kirtim, reputation, cha, also, hitva, losing, papam, sinful reaction, avapsyasi, will gain. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. If, however, you do not perform your religious duty of fighting, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter. See, Krishna in the previous verse has spoken about the fact that the battle which Arjun was now in was not sought by Arjun. He just got it by the will of Lord, or, as a course of whatever the action the Kauravas did. The Pandavas were challenged to this battle. Arjun did not go seek out. So if he then fights in this battle and he dies, he will attain the Svargaloka. If he wins this battle, he will conquer the enemy kingdom and he can enjoy the kingdom. So after saying that, now Krishna in this verse is saying, if however, he says, if however you don't perform your religious duty of fighting, then two things will happen. What is that? One is that you are going to incur sin. So, and the second one is that you will lose your reputation. The first one, incurring sin. So this is also for every one of us. Neglecting our duty or not performing our duty amounts to incurring sin. Whatever duty we have, in whichever varna we are, whichever ashram we are, whichever dharma we are following, doing our duties is a must. If we don't do our duty, neglect it, we will incur sin. And then, of course, Arjun's case, he is going to lose his reputation as a fighter. Now, in the purport, Prabhupada has explained about the reputation of Arjun. Arjun was a very famous fighter. He was called the topmost or the best archer of that time. Though Karna used to say that, he is equivalent to Arjun or even more than Arjun. But Arjun was like most reputed archer. And he had that famous Gandiva bow, which cannot be, it could shoot thousands of arrows at the same time. And then, of course, Arjun, even before Kurukshetra, he had won so many battles. And then Prabhupada explains about how he used to fight with even Devatas. And we know about that pastime where Arjun during Ajñatavas, when that 1 year of, even before Ajñatavas, they were in Vanvas, in the forest for 12 years, and then the 13th year they have to go incognito. In the 12 years, Arjun goes to do tapasya, to get divine weapons. So this was the instruction of Krishna to Arjun. Arjun was saying, how am I going to pass this 13 years in the forest? How am I going to, spend our time here or my time here? And Krishna says, no, this is the time you are supposed to prepare for the great battle. So even before Kurukshetra, Krishna, during the forest, the Vanvas, he instructed Arjun to actually get ready for the battle. Though Yudhishthir was saying, how can the battle happen if Krishna, you don't desire so, and if my brothers give back the kingdom, then no battle will be. But Krishna knew for 100% because it's the will of Krishna that a battle will take place. So he instructed Arjun to go and do tapasya to get divine weapons. And who had all the divine weapons? Divine weapons who had?
Indra.
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 Indra had all the divine weapons. So then when he goes, Indra is of course his father, Arjun's father. But then Indra says, no, I cannot give you the weapons like that. You have to first go and please Lord Shiva. And if Lord Shiva blesses you, then only I will give you all the other weapons. So then Arjun actually does tapasya to please Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva comes to test Arjun. So he assumes the form, there is not assumes, he kind of, there is one boar coming and chasing actually to attack Arjun. But, Arjun being the best archer, within a second, he just opens his eye and he shoots an arrow. But at the same time, just a fraction of a second before, Shiva's arrow actually strikes that boar. This was actually a test by Lord Shiva. And then Arjun argues that, I was the first one to shoot an arrow which hit that boar. And Shiva says, no, I did it. And then Arjun says, no. Then he says, okay, come fight with me. And even before Arjun could lift his bow, Shiva, of course, cuts his bow or breaks his bow. And then immediately Arjun realizes that this is the Supreme Lord Shiva, because only a few people can actually break Arjun's bow. Lord Shiva, Krishna, Indra, or his grandfather Bhishma. So only a few people were capable of breaking Arjun's bow or, cutting the string. So immediately Arjun recognizes that this is Lord Shiva, because he was meditating on Lord Shiva, that Lord Shiva has come to actually test me. And then he actually says that Krishna has sent me to get your benediction. And Indra also has told that after you are pleased, only all the divine weapons will be given to me. So Arjun was capable of fighting with Lord Shiva. That was his reputation. And he was fighting with Devatas. And also after Yudhishthir actually established Indraprastha, and he did his Ashwamedha sacrifice, Arjun and Bhim go to different kingdoms and then they defeat all the kings who were opposing them. So Arjun was a very, very famous, reputed, powerful warrior. And of course, Lord Shiva blesses Arjun with the Pashupatastra. And after that, Indra gives him all the other divine weapons. And then later, Dronacharya, Arjun is his favorite disciple, he also gives him lot of benedictions and boons, and he gives him special weapons with which he can kill his own teacher if required. So he had all the credits. He had all that military certificates from all the authorities, the Devatas, even the Shiva, his grandfather, his teachers, everybody acknowledged Arjun. So why Krishna is saying it is that you are a reputed person, and if you leave this battlefield now, neglecting your duty, sin is of course there, because you being a Kshatriya, your job is to protect the citizens. You're supposed to fight a battle. That is a sin, and then you will lose your fame and good name. And for a person from an honorable family or a person who is a very respectable person, losing name, good name and fame is equivalent to death. It's equivalent to death. So that is why Prabhupada writes here that by losing your good name and fame and by neglecting your duty, you will get sin, and that will prepare a royal road to hell. So Krishna is telling Arjun, but not by fighting this war, you will go to hell. Arjun was thinking, by killing all these people, I will go to hell. I will degrade myself and I will go to hellish conditions. But it's not that. Krishna says, by withdrawing from the war, you will go to hellish conditions, or you will go to hell. Yes. In this verse, anybody has any doubt? This is a simple verse. Yeah. So now we can just ask ourselves, what are our duties and are we doing our duties properly? It's like, practically we can apply this to ourselves, that we have our duties and how well we are able to do these duties. And are we neglecting our duties? Does anybody have any instance of neglecting the duties? Any example where you felt that you neglected your duty? Yes.
Sometimes we neglect.
Sometimes you do. Okay.
Sometimes really we neglect means actually by mistake only we will do that. No, see, not doing the duties. But actually, but we should when we used to we have to do the duty. We have to have the faith in God. And every activities we should pray to God, and then we have to do the duties actually. If in that case, we will never fail. But that is actually, sometimes it becomes not possible, because of we are occupied with some other thing and
that's fine. That's fine. See, you have some emergency things to do or your health is not good, then that's fine. So we have our material duties also, we have our spiritual duties. So we can ourselves question and see if we are able to do not only our material duties, which of course we have been doing, are we able to do our spiritual duties also properly?
Hare Krishna, Mathaji. I just want Mathaji,
Mathaji, Lakshmi Mathaji, 1 second. Ram Prabhu was saying something. 1 second, Mathaji. Yeah, Ram Prabhu.
Mathaji, sometimes somehow just we neglect chanting. That's, of course.
Yes, that's what.
We should not do it, but sometimes it happens. It is not happening. Sometimes intentionally, we are missing this chanting.
Chanting, yes.
That's.
Or sometimes we are neglectfully chanting also, without attention.
Yes, Mataji, sometimes.
Yes. Yeah, Lakshmi Mataji.
I just want to share. Before coming to ISKCON, Mataji, of course, many a times it used to happen, but now we have become, myself,
more cautious.
Yeah. Now I'm very cautious and it doesn't happen. Doing everything and surrendering, keeping Krishna in the center. It was minimized actually. It is minimized, and the chanting, of course, it goes on. Mathaji, I'm since the last 6 years I'm chanting 16 rounds. So I chant more also. But the thing is that the fixed rounds I do it in the morning with the group. That's 16 rounds. I keep Krishna in the center. So my duties now, I do whatever I do, it is for Krishna's sake. So I'm able to do it with more energy, more dedication. And my spiritual journey is also, I'm very happy about it because I feel that I'm trying to lift up my head and look at Krishna, that is follow his footsteps.
Very nice. Vasanta Mataji.
Mataji, I have been into this since for a long time, Mathaji. I know, I can understand that Krishna is there to protect us. Krishna, if we have faith in Krishna, he will look after us. But this motherly feeling is there now, Mathaji. The love for our children, not able to come out. Or if anything happens to my children, I will get affected.
That is very normal. That is very normal. But we have to only with practice and only with progress in our spiritual path, this detachment will come, Mataji. It is not an easy detachment, but you have to go on practicing and do your spiritual practices properly. Automatically, detachment will develop, Mataji.
That is the only thing I am not able to come out of it, Mataji. The remaining and all I am able to understand, and I am able to. I am thinking Krishna only as the only friend and advisor for me. And always I am depending on Krishna only. Nothing is going against the ISKCON principles and all those things. But this particular thing I am not able to come out of it.
It takes time. It takes time because we have the classic example of Kunti Maharani. she also, after a point, after the battle was over and, Yudhishthir became the king, at that time when Krishna was leaving, now she said, now I want to cut off all my relation with all the Vrishnis and Yadus and my Kurus, and now I want to only get attached to you. So you can always say this as a prayer. If your children are settled and they are married and they are not dependent on you, then Mathaji, you can say this as a prayer, because for young children, mothers have to take care. But if they are independent and they are not completely you don't have to be directly there involved in their lives, then you can start praying that, you get detachment, Mathaji.
Okay, Mathaji. Thank you, Mathaji.
Yes.
We should see that detachment should not affect our daily duties.
No, that's all. Yes. You do your activity, you do your duties, and then, of course, if attachment to children, attachment to our family is very difficult, but that will come with practice.
Mathaji, the point is, I will always think of Krishna. I want to Krishna in my mind always. That I am capable of doing it.
So somewhere, Mathaji, you are always thinking, but somewhere something else is holding you back.
No,
so
I
you
have
are not
a son.
yet come to 100%.
I have a son and he is 40 years old, and that guy also is coming always in my mind.
No. Then you have to detach, Mathaji, because if they are well settled and all, they are grown up, then you need not think that much. Okay, mothers have a tendency to think, but you can reduce, Mathaji.
Yes, Mathaji. Thank you, Mathaji.
Yes.
So I am 75 years old, Mathaji, but still, anything happens to the children, no, they are well settled. Anything, no, it is happening.
Yeah, it's a normal tendency.
Naturally comes. It's not very easy to come out of it.
Yes. It will take time. It will come only with practice. Yes. Anybody else has anything to share? Or any doubts? Otherwise, we can close.
Mathaji, do you know when you watched one of the series a while ago, I can't remember which one it is. Arjun, when the war finished and everything, they showed about where everybody goes. Arjun had to go to pay for his penance as well.
Yes,
Raman and everybody were in the basement.
Yeah. After the battle, all the Pandavas did the penances, Mataji, to purify themselves.
Yeah, but if they followed Krishna, why did they have to do that?
Because they were in this material world, and somewhere or the other, some kind of, we say, because of Krishna's mercy, there was not much sin or contamination, but whatever little bit was there here and there, they had to just wash away before leaving this material world, Mataji. Like if you remember Vidur in Bhagavatam, he says, he goes on pilgrimage. While Kurukshetra was happening, Vidur was on pilgrimage. Why? Because he used to take his salary from Dhritarashtra, who was not pure by consciousness. You see, Vidur was a Mahatma. He was a realized soul. Just because he took the salary from Dhritarashtra, he had to purify that bit of contamination. That's why he went for pilgrimage. So Pandavas are also exalted devotees, but somewhere because they have participated in a battlefield, they have done certain activities where small amount of contamination is there. So that's why they went and did penances, Maharaj.
And then Duryodhana went straight to the Vaikuntha with Krishna. Not
Vaikuntha, Mataji, not Vaikuntha.
What is it?
Swarga Loka, they say.
Swarga, okay.
Yes.
Because we think, watching the series and knowing about Duryodhana, you think he was more
Actually, Duryodhana is Kali Purush personified, Mataji, Kali Yuga personified. So this was actually Duryodhana appeared there to give us the glimpse of Kali Yuga, actually. Yes. Yeah. Okay, then we can close. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srila Dev ki jai, Vanshakal Padarote Kripa Sindhu Keva Chapadana Pavana Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. All glory to the assembled Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dandatta.